Good morning, Vietnam. Many scientists now are discovering that many stuffs are not happening in the brain, but they are happening outside of the brain. The brain being some kind of a, hub or antenna or something. But the consciousness in itself is not like just in the brain, It is around in the stuff, in the field. So many processes, are happening outside of the brain. There is this scientist trying to mimic the visual capabilities of the brain to turn them into computing, for a camera to recognize movement, recognize faces and everything. And he said after working with neurologists, imagery, scanning of the brains while the brain is watching stuff and the guy is watching and they are scanning their brain and everything. He said the information is not there. There is some activity, a little bit here, a little bit there, but there is no way to have the whole process of vision, the whole picture there with all the details and everything. So this brain is operating in a different way. It is connecting, it is an interface, a hub, a connector, to the whole field of consciousness, okay? So yes, and this is the same for the memory. The memory is not in the brain, okay? The memory is in space-time encoded somehow or addressed with some addresses pointing there, connecting you with this information which is in the space-time. And you are connected in space-time like this, which offers you memory. And I said many times, this universe wipe memory. It doesn't keep memory forever, so there is always disappearing of memory. So we have to ask ourselves if this memory is going, what are we, keeping those addresses and pointers to those stuff that don't exist anymore, or maybe we are keeping them structured in this universe, trying to solidify them, and this action might have some effect on the aging process. If the universe is wiping information because he has to, he cannot store infinity, and you want to keep this memory, maybe you become the information that has to be wiped out. You turn out to be the information that has to be wiped out. So your body shows it that it's time for this memory to go, and you are wiped out. Memory is released, is wiped when you die, okay? Because you didn't want to let it go, or you didn't know how, Yeah, think about this point. I thought about it when going into the realm of the dreams, and seeing that the memory I was carrying there was very little of what I am, Like when you go to dreams, you don't have the memory of what you are, all of it, what you are between bracket. You go to this realm of the dream and you kind of forget what is real between bracket. Maybe because you leave your memory here in this space-time. You leave it here in this space-time. It cannot go to the astral realm because it is encoded in this space-time here. Okay, so this sleeping process, a version of you, a light version of you, or the core goes, and it doesn't go with the connection with the memory in this space-time, or the whole connection of it. So ask yourself, what are you at the end? What are you? Are you the memory? Are you this small version, this lit version? It's like you travel with You take only the smartphone and you leave the big computer behind or something because it's too heavy or something, it cannot travel, something like that. Think about this. Think about your relationship to this memory stored in space-time. And like I said, in the dream there is clearly something missing between brackets. Because what are you at the end? We have to ask what is the being, or is it still not totally finished? The being is not totally accomplished, you know. Ask yourself those questions. Yeah, we can shake this relationship to the memory, shake this situation, use our brain differently. Yes, the being needs to maybe upgrade its interaction with the space-time, the memory in the space-time, or understand it really for what it is, and change the way he does it, or the way he values this addressing, this pointing to space-time memory, which at the end has to be wiped out. Okay, so what will happen to the being once he will change? Actually, the being changes, the manifestation changes, the body changes, the capability changes the moment consciousness discovers something new, and then bam, new being comes with new capabilities, new powers, new stuffs. But we have to go into the unknown. This is what the humans don't do, or do very rarely, is to discover, is to pioneer, to walk into the unknown, okay, to shake the old situation, okay. We like the security, we like the routine, but it is also a quality of life. Find some working patterns and stay there because it works, you know. It works, but at a certain moment it is outdated because the consciousness wants to discover, or to be more free, more wide, you know. The being wants something more. Like I said, I get bored of the realm of the dreams, ridiculous. Now I'm getting a little bit questions, why this small version traveling in the astral realm, you know. So what is the being now? The being is yet to be, or he is always into being, into appearing. A being which will be very much connected with the body. It will be a body. The body will be really a close manifestation of him, more than what we are now. It is going to appear. It is going to appear slowly but surely. This process is happening. Okay, so question these positions. Okay, relationship with the memory. Yeah, on the picture. Okay, this is the other side of the memory. Though it is very difficult for me to get rid of the personal memory in the life, when it comes to the madness of the people, I have a tendency to forget. Okay, and I lived this phenomena very, very strongly when this Coco situation started. And every time I was waking up and I go outside and I see them in their madness behavior, you know, all the madness, unbelievable. I see them all day long. I go back home, I sleep, and the day after I wake up and I don't have the memory, so I have to go outside in the street, and I say, no, this is not possible. Every day I was saying, this is not possible. Like I keep wiping out the stuff because it was too big, too crazy. So I said to myself, if this shit disappears and we go back to normal, I will not believe that this happened. I will not believe it. It is too big. And I said, no, I have not to forget this thing. It's very important to know with whom you are living, with what kind of entities you are living with, their level, their human level, their intellectual level, I mean their non-human level. So what I did, I started taking pictures. I started taking pictures with the phone, photos, and I have hundreds of them about this madness, which I think it's a good action I did to keep my sanity. You know, you have to know with whom you are living. It's very important, guys. Yeah, so I keep those photos, and I will not forget. This one I will not forget. I will not wipe this memory. It's very important to keep it. It's very useful. This one is very useful, guys. You have to know whom you have business with, you know. Sun Tzu, the art of war. You know, it's very important and very dangerous not to know what is around you in your environment. Yeah, so I have a folder on my computer where there is those photos. There is some videos also of some human, between bracket, inhuman behaviors. You know, those Chinese people cooking dogs alive and all, and some shit like this. Video that I will never open, but I want them to be on my hard drives, on my computer, for me not to forget. Because this information is useful for my surviving. My evolution. Okay, so here I just put a second point where memory for me is very, very important, guys, just to so you can have both sides of the coin. Yeah, so this was the video. Yeah, so you can for the people who have the capability, who are already into some spiritual confidence, and they are into the adventurous mode, into the discovery. There is very little. It's normal. The humanity, like I said, it's stuck in habits and everything. But it is life. Life is like this. But the life in nature is harmonious. It has harmony. The human have a little like this imbalanced situation, like a diseased situation, which is pushing for the change. It is pushing the humans to some of them to step next level into what they are, what kind of being, what kind of capabilities, what kind of bodies, so something new has to happen. If a new being appears and he collapses everything into a body, like a real body, he becomes a genuine manifestation of really awakened consciousness. Many stuffs can changes. Somebody will see the matter with the direct sense, which with not all this complication of the way we are made today now, because of the deployment process of life. And this can make new capabilities, new bodies, new life, and this being is I think a very, very scary thing, very to this construct, this the construct of now, as it is rotten. The appearing of next level can really make a huge impact and put all this situation into a collapsing situation. Okay, that was the video. So see you in the next video.